My name is Jay, and I'm here to elevate your mindset for today in order to create a better tomorrow. You ever met someone who always has an excuse? Nothing's ever their fault. Every time life gets tough, they point a finger instead of looking in the mirror. Come here, listen closely. Don't be that person. Don't be a loser. And when I say loser, I'm not talking about someone who failed, because failure is part of the process. That's how we grow. I'm talking about the kind of person that chooses to be a victim, the kind of person who lets life happen to them instead of making life happen for them. Because the biggest losers in life aren't the ones who lose money or opportunities or relationships. The biggest losers are the ones who lose control. This video is about taking your power back. It's about refusing to let circumstances, people, or excuses control your future. Because what I'm about to share will transform your mindset from victim to victor. You're going to learn the exact mentality that separates winners from losers. Notice I said mentality, not motivation, because the world does not reward people who blame. It rewards people who build. And if you can internalize what I'm about to share with you, you will never see yourself or your situation the same way again. So let's break down the victim mindset. Remember, the biggest losers are the ones who choose to take on the victim role in life. Notice how I said choose, because it is a choice. It's a choice to decide whether you want to win or lose. And every loser that I've met, they all have one thing in common. They justify why they're losing. They'll say it's not fair, that person got lucky, the system's against me. And every time they do that, they're only lowering their own value. They're trying to convince themselves that success is not important, that success is not a duty, an obligation, and a responsibility. They're trying to convince themselves that they are fine where they are at. And that's okay for some people, but that's not okay for overachievers. And let's be honest, the way I see it, if it didn't matter to you, you wouldn't make excuses for it. I'm gonna list 4 consistent traits in every victim's life. The first one is bad things always happen to them. Secondly, bad things happen often. Third, they're always involved somehow, meaning they're always the common denominator. And 4, someone else or something else is always to blame. I call this the formula to losing. So if there's a formula for losing, there must be a formula for winning. You're in luck because there is. And it's the exact opposite. See, successful people turn a victim mindset into a responsible mindset. Or in other words, a responsibility mindset. Meaning, successful people take ownership of everything that happens, even the things that don't go their way. Because when you take responsibility, you take back your power. Because everything that happens in life happens because of you. It's not happening to you, meaning it's a result of your own actions and a result of your own responsibility. Whether it was intentional or accidental, you made a decision that led to this moment. And if you didn't make the decision consciously, guess what? You still made a decision. That may be the hardest pill to swallow. So that's why I always say, no matter where I go, there I am. That's one thing every situation that I'm involved in has in common. I'm there and I'm able to make a decision, meaning I am both the problem and the solution. I may not always control what happens to me, but I always control how I respond to it. Life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% of how you respond to it. When you start seeing yourself as the source, the generator, the origin, the reason, you stop being the victim and you start being the author. You're now in control of your journey. That's the power of responsibility. It turns chaos into clarity. It turns pain into purpose. And it turns you from someone waiting for change into someone creating it. The world is your oyster. You're here for a reason. And there is no shortage of success. So don't sell yourself short. Aim big, aim high, shoot strong, shoot with perfection, shoot with accuracy. Because there's this idea that there's not enough success to go around. That may be one of the biggest lies in the book. There's an abundant amount of success. Success is a zero-sum game. There's no winner takes all rule in life. So how much value are you leaving on the table every time you choose to make the decision not to follow your purpose, not to take responsibility? Remember, success is your duty, your responsibility, and your obligation. Master it. It's not something you acquire, it's something that you create. It's not a limited resource like land or gold. It's infinite. It's everywhere, and it can be created at any time. But the strongest factor is you must make the decision to start creating, because you can never finish if you never start. Adopt this mindset and your world will expand, because when you think with limits, you act within those limits. But when you let go of the guardrails, you start to think with an abundant mindset, because the reality of life is not like the board game. A board game can only have one winner, but in real life, someone else can win, and so can you. In fact, someone else's success should inspire you. Their achievement is proof that success is possible. They walked so you can run. They cleared the path. They cleared the way. And when they reached their destination, they left behind a blueprint, mistakes that you can learn from, paths that you can follow, and lessons that you can master. Pay attention to the detail and never believe that someone else's gain is your loss. That's a scarcity mindset, the opposite of abundant. Instead, discipline your thoughts back to your ethical duties to create success for yourself and the ones around you, because success only multiplies when you create it, not when you compete for it. And that's why it's important to assume control over everything, even when the situation may seem like it's out of your control. It's important for you to find where you have power and utilize it effectively, because if anything is true, crybabies, whiners, and complainers never attract success, because success and responsibility live on the same frequency. It doesn't matter if you were truly wrong, overlooked, or hurt. The best option to improve your life moving forward is to stop waiting for someone else to make it right, because the moment you let someone else control your outcome, you've already lost. I want you to keep in mind, everything happens because of you. If you're involved, therefore, you have a level of responsibility to uphold. And when you accept that, your mind stops asking the question, why me? And starts asking the question, what can I do? Notice the power of those two questions. One lives in a victim mindset. The other lives in a victor mindset. That question, what can I do, is the difference between staying stuck and starting to win. Because once you ask yourself that question, your mind continues to run. Your thought process continues to move forward, and you continue to move into progression, because it's always better to make something happen, whether it's good or bad, than to sit back and have life happen to you. Because if you're involved in it, accept responsibility and assume you're the cause of the situation. And like any antidote, if you're the cause, you can also be the cure. If you're willing to take credit when you win, you must be willing to take responsibility when you lose. They go hand in hand. That's what real maturity looks like, and that's what real success demands. And when you start to live like that, your world will start to change around you. Not because life got easier, but because you have gotten stronger. So here's your blueprint to win in life. Number 1, assume control. Stop being acted upon and start being the one who acts. Number 2, it's important to understand the game. Life's not random. Learn the rules, learn the players, learn your role. Number 3, play your position. Don't try to be everything. Just be excellent at what's yours. A jack of all trades is a master of none. Number 4, influence your outcome, because every move matters and every decision compounds. You will always have untapped potential, because we'll never know it all. We're human, we're not gods. But that's what makes life worth living, the process of growth. So don't take your humanity as a weakness. Take it as an opportunity. You don't need to know everything. You just need to control what you can. And ultimately, take responsibility for what happens next. Because at the end of the day, you are the source. You are the generator. You are the reason for everything that happens in your life, both the pain and the progress. So don't be a loser. Be a creator. Be the one who decides. Stop living like a victim of your story and start writing it. Stop waiting for a break and start being the one who breaks through. Because winners don't hope for change, they create it. So don't be a loser. Instead, be the reason why you win. My name is Jay, and I'm here to help you conquer today so that we can create a better tomorrow.